Kathryn, great to be talking with you today. I'd love to start off with a few questions here. Why did you want to grow your visibility on LinkedIn?
To start off, we're a professional services company. I think that a really great path of positioning yourself as a thought leader is through posting on LinkedIn. It's something that I had seen lots of other successful professional services companies in my circle do. And I'd also spoken to a couple of the founders there who I have a relationship with, and a lot of them had said, definitely post on LinkedIn. It's a game changer. Or they'd said, I wish I'd been doing it sooner, or I wish it's something that I had more time to devote towards. We work around companies using Salesforce or HubSpot or both of them. And then across all of the technologies that those CRMs integrate with. We offer a blend of strategic services, which are more along the lines of how should you think about your GTM technology stack? And we work primarily with B2B technology companies, mostly SaaS and variations thereof. And most of them are in the SMB growth mid-market.
So, we've been working for just over 90 days, 3 months or so now. Where are you now? What are some of the benefits you're realizing since you've been working with us and having a consistent presence on LinkedIn?
So I think historically, we've either not done marketing or we haven't gone about things the right way. And one thing that I'm realizing through this engagement is what our marketing strategy might look like, which isn't really something that I was expecting to get from working together. But it's been a pleasant surprise, because I think LinkedIn is a great channel. I think we're getting clearer in terms of how we talk about ourselves and the problems that we solve. We get clearer information on what's interesting to people in our ICP by looking at, say, the types of posts that they engage with, or the type of content that leads to, like comments, messages, people adding me on LinkedIn. I receive a lot more messages related to the content that I create, to speaking positively of, asking for advice, or they're related to a specific problem that Candybox solves and looking to have an actual conversation. So direct leads. Yeah, there's been at least 4 qualified leads that have come through. They are often people that I already had a relationship with in some way. We were connected on LinkedIn, and because I'm top of mind due to my posts, when they have a need, they remember to reach out to us because they've had a positive experience before. And I think previously they might just have forgotten about us. One of them converted into a customer. We've started working together recently, and it was a specific post that just happened to be related to the dilemma that he was facing at the time that caused him to reach out to us. And then obviously we were able to help him out with that particular issue he was solving. It led to an ongoing conversation that resulted in an engagement. There's a lot of factors that go into whether somebody is a good fit for us specifically at any given time, even if they have a need. They might, for example, need some help, but it's such a small project that it doesn't make sense to go ahead. It would cost more in sort of administrative and legal fees to even get started than you get out of doing the work, that kind of thing. So those conversations, even if they don't immediately result in a new customer, we consider them really valuable, because we're then able to nurture that relationship. We're able to check in with them, see how things are going, see if anything has changed. And we've had it happen quite a few times that, say, 3 or 6 months down the line, they've got more budget, they've got more work, they've hired someone new. And so that initial conversation starting point ends up having a lot of value over time.
What would you say to someone on the fence around creating content and getting started by building a presence on LinkedIn? What would you say to them?
I would say, I think it's a valuable use of your time. You will most likely gain insights about your customers, potential customers, and what they're interested in, what they are thinking about, where they see value from your expertise, services, product, whatever it might be. You'll most likely end up growing your network as well. And for me, at least, that's something that I consider a net win. The more people in your network that have heard of you, that have a relationship with you, that can speak positively of you, the more brand awareness you have, the more likely you are to be able to convert people in future. And I think you'll often be able to apply what you're learning on LinkedIn to other channels. So for us, for example, I've been able to generate a lot of content for, say, our blog, and we're also starting to look into video content, which is directly through the work that we've started doing on LinkedIn. So it's had this knock-on effect where creating one type of content has made it much easier to increase our reach in other channels too. Yeah, I think this is a good question. So I I'm sure I'm not alone in that. One of the things that held me back a bit was worrying about what other people would think and whether my content would resonate, or those types of feelings where it's almost like a type of imposter syndrome. If you work with somebody like Rowan and his team, then you don't have to worry about that as much. And it acts a little bit like exposure therapy. So I do definitely feel like it's pushed me out of my comfort zone a little bit. And it's made me feel more confident.
Was it experience in the B2B space over the past decade? What were some of the things that compelled you to want to work with a team at LinkedIn Growth Engine?
I think we were pretty set on pursuing some kind of LinkedIn marketing. I think we went for LinkedIn because it felt like there was a higher chance that the impact would be more immediate. And, we're a small business, so we wanted to be able to see results within a reasonable time frame. So definitely that, I knew that you would understand the companies that we work with, and I think the work that we do. And that's something that has been more of a barrier than you would think to people that we've worked with previously. I don't understand. It doesn't feel to me like it's so complicated to understand, but we've had a lot of freelancers and contractors and partners who just don't really understand what we do or the space we're in. And then it makes it hard for us to see value, which hasn't been the case in this engagement.